Shalom and good day all, this is Healing29 back again for another DC review, and in this DC review I'll be covering City Boy, the last issue, and also Flash number 3 by Suspiria. I'll now get things organised for the first one that I'll be covering. So first things first, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside of the story? Sure enough it does, to which I give it a 7.5 out of 10. I'll now show some of the internal art around the beginning, middle, and of course the end, and also what's happening story-wise with the characters. So in this issue, after Cameron's encounter with Swamp Thing, Dr. McCarrison arrives back in town, it's where he is, and he's looking to prey upon basically his on Cameron's vulnerabilities. So whilst this is happening, we see that the other beasts that Cameron has sort of like played a part in their creation of for each city. So basically, I guess the best way to sort of like call these creatures would almost be like avatars of a sort that represent the city, where one is a dragon, one's a rat, one's something else, or another one's a bat. And of course, with this occurring, we have the parademons wanting to basically cause harm to the city, and of course we have Superman, Batman, Nightwing on the job to take them out. And last but not least, towards the end of the story, Twitch, he finally starts to reach peace with his past. And where will that take this character into the future? I understand that this is not on an ongoing run, but I have actually enjoyed the story that Greg Pak has given us here. So for the internal art, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Now it's time to move in relation to the story. First things first, do we get anything addressing time-wise? No, we don't. The next is the locations. Now in this, we have the locations of north of Bloodhaven. We have Gotham City and Metropolis. The cast of characters consisting of Cameron Kim, Swamp Thing, Dr. McCarrison, Nightwing, Batman, Superman, and of course the parademons, which make an appearance as well. For the overall story rating, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Now it's time to move into Flash by Suspiria. So as we begin to move into Flash by Suspiria, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside of the story? Not really a lot of. To which I give the cover a rating of 6 out of 10. Now it's time to move into the internal art, as well as having a look what's happening story-wise with the characters. So as the story begins, we end up finding out that Grodd has been taken in, and in for questioning, we have Mr. Terrific talking with Wally West Flash, and we have a certain list of events occurring. As we start to jump towards the middle of the story, we do end up catching up with Max Mercury, and we see that things are sort of going to another location in the universe, and in this we sort of learn that they, instead of going forwards and backwards, now they're going sideways. Well, if they wanted to go sideways, why didn't they just call Derek James in? I mean, it would be a great opportunity to bring him in. Derek James, who is in fact sideways. And last but not least, towards the end, for the internal art, I give it a 7 out of 10. Now it's time to move in relation to the area of the story. Does this story give us any indication of when it's taking place time-wise? No. Because the writer's too fucking lazy, just putting it straight. And so are the editors, you know, because it would sort of help give an indication of where it sits continuity-wise. Not just continuity-wise, but what's happening in the past, what's happening in the present. You know, like stuff like early and after and 10 minutes later. You know, those things would sort of help. Next is the area of locations, to which none of them are actually pointed out in the story. For all I know, this could be taking place up Wally West's butt. Just saying. Next, the cast of characters. We have Wally West Flash, we have Mr. Terrific, we have Grodd, we have Max Mercury, we have Impulse, Inspector Pilgrim, and some other character that I have written really badly. I forget the name. But overall, for the story rating, I give it a 6 out of 10. This is on its way to falling in the Fool's Gold territory, I'm afraid to say. For the rating, it's a 6 out of 10. Until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day.